What's up guys, it's Daz here, but you don't really care as I'm playing Sonic the Hedgehog. Now welcome to good start, Green Hill Zone 1. Now if you have been living under a rock, you might not know what this game entails, and if you are, then you really are living under a rock. So, Sonic the Hedgehog, you basically play as this blue hedgehog here. He runs fast. Wow, look how fast he's going. Amazing. He is fighting off the bad guy of this game. Since this is made in, 1991, stories are a lot more basic in comparison to the video games nowadays. But anyway, the bad guy in this game is Dr. Robotnik. I cannot even say his name right without saying vowels weirdly, because that's a weird habit of mine. But anyway, what he's done is he's created these badniks, which are these robot enemies we keep running past, and this game is seriously going so fast that I'm actually starting to, go ahead of... I'm missing all the things I'm trying to say, basically. But what he's done is he's captured a bunch of animals, which you'll notice every time you'll destroy an enemy, an animal pops out. Wow, a flying rabbit. Now I've seen everything. But anyway, yes, so we are Sonic. We must run ahead, get hurt by a flying pellet of some kind, collect rings and save animals from being robots. It's very complicated, I know. But you may be noticing... Ooh, that's probably a good amount... I was gonna say you might be noticing I'm putting a lot of attention in getting rings. That's because this is kind of important. In order to get through this game, you can just play through all the levels and that'll be nice and easy and you'll be done. However, if you want to get the good ending of this game, you need to get what are known as the Chaos Emeralds. There are 6 in each level, and I didn't get what I wanted. You want to get 50 in one of these levels, and a secret ring appears here. It gets you to a secret level, you pick up a Chaos Emerald, you win. But it looks like I missed it. However, I am playing this game. In fact, I'm going to pause it right here. Green Hill Zone 2, not going to play it. I am not actually doing this on a regular Sega Dreamcast, Sega Genesis, which is what the game originally came out on. Instead, if you can't tell by the clunkiness of this controller, shall I say, I am playing this on Steam using a computer. Therefore, I can do something magical. I can use save states. Unfortunately, I would show it off what I'm doing, but I can't because the moment I press escape to actually access my previous saves, I stop the recording and everything crashes. So what I'm going to do is just sort of skip ahead and use one of my save states to take me to a special place. Welcome to the area you would have landed in if you had gotten 50 rings at the end of this, or by the end of the stage. What happens is you get placed into this very special area. I think it's just called like a special area. I don't know what it's called, I'll put it up on screen. But anyway, the goal is you're in this spinning thing with flying birds, squares and fish. This is really kind of psychedelic. But anyway, there is a Chaos Emerald in the middle of this arena. We want to fall into it and collect it. You can fail these special stages by falling accidentally into the goal symbols, which I'm not sure if we actually saw, but they're basically just, they put you to the end and you don't get any Chaos Emerald. But anyway, on to Green Hill Zone 2, and I swear, every time you go into the next act, they just get harder and harder and more juggish. But I don't have to worry too much about it, because I'm not after 50 rings anymore, so who knows, maybe I'll do well. Now let's talk about these enemies. These crab enemies, they are known as crab meat. Don't know why they're called crab meat, considering they don't have any meat on them at all. They're just robots, metallic. They just look like crabs, but I missed that. Very good. I would show off another enemy, but there's none on stage or on screen. These are choppers. They're like the Cheeps of the Sonic universe, sort of. I'm not actually sure if they're appearing in every single game, or maybe it's just like these original ones and then they decided to change the layout of all the enemies in future games. But anyway, this power-up I've got, invincibility. Guess what it does? Makes you invincible. Amazing, I know. These chameleon things, they're known as neutrons. There are 2 colors, there's green and blue, and oh boy. One will charge at you like a missile, and one will just shoot little pellets at you. And we're already ended the stage. So much for showing off all the enemies in this place. Ugh. On the bright side, I'm actually doing this surprisingly quickly because I'm quite surprised at that, because I'm not really good at these games. If you're expecting some professional level Sonic playing, you came to the wrong LP here, because I am bad at this game. Also, I'm going to die. There you go, I knew it. Seriously, they get harder and harder every act. They don't even give us rings at the beginning, and as long as you've got at least 1 ring, you will not die when you get hit. You will simply lose your rings. There we go. Now you see there are multiple paths here. You can take the top one and go in extra places like here and fall off and you're at the bottom. A general rule of the Sonic games is if you are on top level, you are at the fastest. That was a good way to explain it. The higher you are on the level, the better, because where am I going? I didn't even press anything there. Thank you, game. I slightly tapped the right arrows. Controller. Jump! Good job, right. So if the quicker path is the higher path, basically. So you want to try and get as high as you can in the level. Notice how I'm at the bottom of the level, because I'm not very good at this game, I swear. Anyway, those flying things, these bee enemies. Oh god, I almost fell off the edge. Don't do that to me, please. They're called Buzz Bombers. They appear everywhere. They're like swarms of them, I swear. They appear like every 5 steps. But anyway, checkpoint. Oh, I hate this. It's kind of cool considering this is a 2D platformer game and they added in an element of 3D, but oh, I made through. It's sort of annoying, but anyway, let's get through this waterfall. I assume I could have run along the top of it, but I can't because I'm here instead. And am I going to get 50 rings? Do I? Oh boy! Okay, spikes are very unforgiving in this game. It's not a matter of you lose your rings, you get some invincibility frames and get to run off them. If you touch the spikes, even like a second after you've been hit again, you hit it twice, you will die. It's not fun, and I am seriously... Oh no, I'm not near the end. Because, I forgot, at the end of every last act of an area, we have a boss fight. Here's Dr. Robotnik himself. Later called Eggman, but for now we just stick to Robotnik, because that's what they call him in this game. Now, unlike any normal Mario boss, this guy does not take 3 hits. I take 3 hits, there we go. He takes 8. Why? I have no idea. I'm gonna... Oh boy, give me that ring, ring. Thank you. Thanks. I got the ring at least, but... Oh boy. Okay, hide. I've got to admit though, the music's pretty good here. Hide in the corner, as long as you're in the corner, he can't hit you with his massive ball. Oh boy, I landed in the wrong place. Okay. Whew. That's called the Eggmobile H. I don't know how you come to that conclusion, apparently maybe for Hammer Ball, I'm not sure. But anyway, at the end of every level you get a nice little capsule and release all the animals. Releasing nature to the world. I am surprised I've gotten this far this quickly. Good lord. Huh. I'm expecting these videos to be maybe 15 or 20 minutes long, and I was hopefully only getting to do one zone every video, but at this rate I'm doing really well, so yeah. Welcome to Marble Zone. Oh boy, I know a lot of people don't like this zone. I don't like them because of these guys, caterpillars. You can only hit them with on the head, but the hit detection's a little weird. Ugh. Also, there's lava, and puzzles, and a little bit of waiting. Thank you for that, seriously. Now, while I'm here, and I've got your attention, since this is the first episode, and they always get more views, I have a few questions for you. First of all, I'm gonna get these rings, actually. Now, there are multiple Sonic games I want to play, and I'm not necessarily going to do them in chronological order, even though I said I was going to do most games in chronological order, but I want to split up the playing of these games into 3 separate sort of eras, shall I say, or eras? Eras. Basically, I want to do, I think, about 9 or 10 Sonic games. It's a lot, I know, expect a lot of Sonic in the future. But the three areas, or eras, whatever you want, that I sort of want to tackle are some games from the retro era, the 3D era, and the next generation era. 3D obviously meaning when Sonic first goes into 3D, and next generation being when they tried to reinvent Sonic in the more recent games. Now, some of these games I want to play are a little below what might be considered the normal standard for games. So my question is, if I was to play one of these admittedly bad Sonic games, would you prefer to see a serious LP where I actually try to maybe make cutscenes play a little better and try to stay quiet during cutscenes and sort of try and take a more serious approach on the story? Or would you prefer to me to just sort of have fun and make a mess out of it and just sort of joke around? I swear I did not see that. And stuff like that. What would you prefer to see? I mean, they might not appear in a long time, but still it's good to get your sort of feedback on what kind of LP you'd like to see on some bad games. Thank you for that. Now these bats are called Bat Brains. It's an inventive name! Why did I try for that? I have no idea. Good job, me. And when you die, you go right back to the beginning. Oh, no, you don't, because I got a checkpoint. Never mind. Also, another power-up. Shield. Guess what it does? It gives you a shield. That's all you need to know. If you get hit, you lose the shield and you don't die, even when you have 0 rings like I do. Wow, I am surprised at how quickly I'm doing these. I've been practicing on this a lot to try and get good at this, and I have not been doing well. Oh boy, and get used to that clinking sound because it's constant throughout this level, I swear. Now I do have a couple other questions I would like to ask. One, I fell for the same thing again. Whew. First of all, or actually I guess this would be second. Thank goodness that did not kill me. I actually don't know what my other question was. I'm not even sure if I had another question. Well, that's a good point. See, it's kind of hard to play a 2D platformer about speed and not dying while trying to look at a piece of paper. I did not get 50 rings, I got 4. Good job me. Ugh. This went well. This went really, really well. I think I'm going to have to go back to my save state again to get the actual secret stage. I still haven't shown off the massive ring at the end. I do not want Marble Act Zone 2 yet. Give me a moment. Welcome to Special Stage 2. This is what would happen if you got 50 rings in the actual Marble Zone, but I didn't, but thankfully I made save states for it. Now, you may be noticing all these different panels. They do actually do something. For example, the upcut, like, panels, balls, they speed up the rotation of this area. Down makes it rotates more slowly, and the big R's make it reverse its rotation. Seems pretty self-explanatory. Where am I looking for? That sound means I got an extra life, presumably because I got a lot of points. Where is the... I can't find the thingy. Don't let me fall. Go this way. Good. Also, these star panels give you a bumper. That's how you fail these missions. Great. Wow, I gotta continue. I now have to go back to this save state to try again. Seriously, I would not get through this if I was playing this, like, legitimately. I've also only just come to the realization that because I keep having to stop and start my recording, I'm not actually at 5 minutes in like I thought I was at the end of the zone. Instead, I'm actually quite far in, so I should end it after this. But first, let's at least get this second Chaos Emerald. Now, something that is different about these games, or at least this first game, is there are only 6 Chaos Emerald, even though there's usually 7. That's the sort of standard of a Sonic game. These original ones only had 6, and because of that, you will not be seeing the Super Sonic form. Come on! Alright, attempt number 3 at this thing. Seriously, at least I know a bit more of my bearings if I don't reverse the rotation to go completely against where I want to go. Oh, good. Good. No! Oh my god, I am having far too much trouble with this, and you know, you only really get one chance at this in a sense when you're here, because once you lose, generally, if you didn't have save states, you just have to wait until you get another 50 rings in another level, and hope that you do it less than 3, like, do it in less than 3 attempts, or else you're never gonna get this Chaos Emerald at all. Now we're in the right area, there we go, these are the diamonds I like to see, even though it takes like 3 or 4 hits to actually get through them, but still, it's fine, let's just touch it, please. This is all I need from life. I just need this second Chaos Emerald. Please. This is taking far too long. I know I'm bad at this game, but I was expecting to be bad at the 2D platforming, not the psychedelic weird thing. This is, you can tell this is a game from the 90s, because boy is it weird. There we go. You would not believe how hard it is to get that second Chaos Emerald, and how much struggling I've done just to get this LP going, because seriously, my plans have changed so much in this last few months, but I'll come to that next episode, because for now, I need to stop it here. I've come over time in recording, but I didn't realise. For now, my name's been Daz, you didn't really care, and I'll see you in a bit.